Hey Charles, how you doing? Welcome back to another day of Gran Turismo 7. I gotta say, I'm a bit annoyed by how much they're cashing in on the community. Like, I'm not too surprised the community of Gran Turismo is super mad, because the amount of monetization in this game is insane. For example, the F1 is nearly 20 million credits, which means it would cost you about 200 euros to buy it with microtransactions. I'm just a bit salty that, you know, every good game comes with some kind of downside. Like, even posted about that on Twitter, saying exactly that. This game is so shameless! Disgusting! So disgusting! Look at this shit. Anyone in the chat wanna spend 185 euros to buy this car? And I'm not even exaggerating, that is actually the price I would have to pay if I would buy credits on the store to buy this car. Especially this car used to be $1 million in every other Gran Turismo. Now, all of a sudden, 18.5 because, yeah, it's not 20 million, it's not the maximum, we're not evil, right? We're just 18.5. That's correct. I want to buy the Veneno. It's one of the invites that I have pending right now, which actually expires today. So I actually want to buy that. I want to buy the Veneno, it's 3.6 million. The thing is, if I buy the Veneno for the 3.6 million, I'm actually broke. I'm gonna have to grind a little bit more to have some credits again. Like, I see those comments in the chat of people not playing the game that are like, well, this is a car collection game, and doesn't it feel better if you spend more time until you get your car? Yeah, but I wanna have more than just one car. You know, maybe I want all the cars, and I don't want to spend the next 5 years of my life grinding Gran Turismo 7 just to have a full garage. Yeah, grinding 20 hours for one car is way too much. Like, I'm not talking about the entire game. 20 hours for one car. If you disagree that 20 hours of grinding for one car is too much, we cannot be friends. That is disgusting. I have other things to do in my life than grind the same race over and over again for credits. It's so fucking boring too. That is for the most expensive car. One of the most expensive cars, because there are several cars that have the 20 million credit tag. Like, that's not the only car that's heavily overpriced. I mean, I find it ridiculous in the first place that I have to compare events by credits per hour rate because the game starves you so hard of money. I mean, I'm so annoyed that I always have to throw in a but, right? I like the game, but this, but that. Like, why can't I just say I like the game, period? Funnily enough, the same thing Forza Horizon was doing to increase player retention. Forza Horizon wanted to basically reduce the rewards so people have to play for longer and stay longer in the game. It completely turned me off and I stopped playing Horizon entirely. And so did most people. Like, if you look at the player numbers of Horizon 5, they plummeted like crazy with the beginning of the year. There wasn't even a new game out yet. Like, people went back to Horizon 4 or just played different games entirely. Like, you literally would have to put this 9 times in your basket to buy an 18.5 million credit car. Like, to me, the decisions they're making is really weird. Like, rally is not the strong suit of Gran Turismo, yet it's the most money-efficient way to get a bunch of cash in this game, because they didn't think of any kind of daily activities that would give you credits, other than one measly ticket. Like, what are people complaining about? People are complaining about that they have to do the same event over and over again for a shitty amount of credits. So, simple solution. Give people more credits for the time spent and let them spend the time however they want to. That's how you make a fun game. But at the same time, that is also how you de-incentivize people of actually buying the microtransactions, which is all they care for. It's not that they don't know how to make the game better, it's that they do it on purpose. Okay, now I have enough money to buy the car. There it is. Because I think that invitation runs out fairly soon, maybe even today. Yeah, I think it ran out. I think I can't even buy it anymore. Yeah, expired. Fantastic. Should have bought a microtransaction. This guy is stupid, man. So, because I didn't spend money on credits, I actually missed the window and I couldn't buy the car after all. Fantastic. The moral of the story, if I paid 20 bucks, I could have bought the car. Now I have to wait until another invitation from a random roulette spin to have a chance at getting the car. I mean, I feel like this game is gonna have the same destiny as any other mobile game. It's gonna be supported by people with way too much money that are actually willing to spend insane amounts of money on microtransactions. And other than that, you're just gonna have a bunch of disappointed people that got bored of the grind and just moved on. I just don't think it's good for the game. I don't think it's good for the franchise. I don't think it's good for Sony. I just have a hard time to seeing any benefit other than temporary monetary benefit for Sony. They also doubled the pricing on the upgrades. Yeah, I'm not surprised anymore, man. They inflated all the prices to incentivize microtransactions. That's just not gonna change that fact. To me, this is a bunch of suits coming together, thinking about how to milk more money from people. We just saw how it works with mobile games and they tried it on this game. Like, they just shouldn't exist in this form at all. Like, if they want to sell additional content, they should do the additional content that is widely accepted, which is, most of the time, a battle pass of some kind, where you do stuff over a certain period of time and then you unlock some cool stuff. Like, those are the microtransactions that they can still make money on without completely fucking over a game's economy. Yeah, I don't think anyone is happy that you spend more money on a game that you paid at least 60 bucks for. Like, I bought the 25-year anniversary edition, like I paid 100 bucks for this. I'm completely unwilling to spend any more. Yeah, obviously, the people to blame are the ones that actually pay for the microtransactions. That is true. Like, if there wasn't like 5% of the people that create the majority of the revenue by buying hundreds and thousands of euros of credits, this wouldn't be a thing. It's not the developers. Please get that out of your head. It is not the developers unless the developers are also the publishers. Publishers are the one forcing this microtransaction bullshit. The player statement. Okay, let me read this. We want people to enjoy a lot of cars and races even without microtransactions. That first sentence is bullshit. I'm not enjoying a lot of cars or races. I'm doing the same race with the same car over and over again. At the same time, the pricing of cars is an important element that conveys the value and rarity. Yeah, please spend 185 euros on the McLaren F1, thank you. I mean, I love that we're gonna get new content, don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to that the most, but trying to defend microtransactions is a giant pile of dog shit. I'm just disappointed, man. I'm just so disappointed by company greed. An otherwise amazing game, with a few little problems here and there, just fell victim to company greed again. Like, it's actually so much fun to enjoy cars in this game on several tracks. The payouts are just garbage. The in-game payouts are garbage, especially if you do things that are not repetitive, you get less than half. You're gonna get a quarter of the credits that you would doing this. Like, you get actively de-incentivized to do fun stuff. Why do they do it? Well, if you're incentivized to do the boring ass grinding, at some point you don't want to do the boring ass grind anymore. You're gonna cave and you're gonna buy a microtransaction. That is 100% their thought process. Yeah, they are really shitting on this game's legacy right now. That's my issue, because it's gonna really affect future Gran Turismo titles if they keep going like this. They can fix this if they want to, but I'm so doubtful they actually want to. Like, I'm vouching I will not buy microtransactions for this game. Unless someone points a gun to my head, there's no way I'm buying a single credit. That is true. The game does deliver a lot of the things that we wanted. That just makes it so bitter to me, right? I don't even have as much nostalgia as other people do. Like, I know how much people like this game. And then it just gets so ruined by microtransactions. It's crazy to me. Like, if they don't fix this, the entire sentiment around this game is gonna be negative all the time. People are gonna be talking about how fucking annoying it was to unlock anything in this game. The always online shenanigans. Like, people are gonna be concentrating their memories around the negative stuff for this game. That is my problem. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna sell you engine swaps as a microtransaction in the future. Like, they just wanna get you so pissed off never ever getting the item that you actually want, or the car you actually want, so you cave in, buy a microtransaction, and then buy it. That in my opinion is gonna be the next step if they wanna like piss off even more people. Like, if we're lucky, they're gonna allow us to buy an engine swap with credits, but then they're gonna make it really expensive. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they would be selling star tickets in the future. Hey, buy this 5-pack of 4-star tickets, just €5. Oh, you want a 5-pack of 5 stars? That's €10. A 5-pack of 6 stars? Are you insane? $20 please. I swear, that is somewhere in their plans. That is, in my opinion, how they're gonna introduce loot boxes in the future. I really hope I'm wrong. Or at the very least, I hope they are not gonna implement it. Season passes, battle passes, yeah, definitely a possibility, but that might actually be still a lot more reasonable than what they're doing right now. You know, I also like to talk about the solutions. Being able to buy in-game currency is a no-go, because it will fuck up the economy, straight up, always will. So what I like a lot more is like cosmetic stuff being unlocked in the form of a battle pass, or just cosmetics in general. Like, I would rather do a bunch of challenges and unlock certain visual customizations for my cars than having my progress massively limited just so I can buy my progress. Games are getting more expensive to make, and if they do need to make their extra buck, then cosmetics is, you know, a necessary evil in my opinion. Like, if we're talking about, you know, sustainable game development, because I want the games to stay good and I want the franchises to survive. So I would rather have visual customization DLC before the game dies. Yeah, Rocket League has something similar, like you have the customizations for the goal celebration. Like, every time you shoot a goal, it's gonna have like a customized way the ball explodes. I'm not talking about, okay, we can buy a spoiler with microtransactions instead of credits. No. Additional stuff. And I'm also okay with paid content DLC. Like, as long as they don't cut it out from the initial release of the game. Like, if they buy more car licenses, they buy more track licenses, and then they add that content, I'm okay with paid DLC that actually, like content DLC, I'm 100% in agreement with. The problem is they just never stop monetizing. They monetize one thing and then they realize, oh, we can monetize this and we can monetize that, and they just keep on going. They just don't know where to stop anymore. One of the earliest scams in regarding to racing games was probably Need for Speed World, like charging you $100 for McLaren F1, for example. If you ever see me buy a microtransaction in GT7, I want you to unfollow and unsubscribe from all of my social media, because then I sold my soul to the devil, and you can't help me anymore. The best thing you can do is run away. Okay, I think I'm molded enough. In Gran Turismo. But hey, we're up to 4.5 million, the equivalent of €45.
So